Have you decided how you'll be voting come November? You have three options: in-person absentee voting ahead of Election Day, mail-in voting, and of course, in-person on Election Day. KOLR 10's Madison Heaver spoke with election officials about these options and which might be best for you. What'd you find out?
Yeah, Heather, I talked with the Greene County clerk, and he says if more people choose the in-person absentee or the mail-in voting options, lines on Election Day may be shorter.
We're encouraging mail-in voting as well as in-person absentee voting, whatever works best for the voter.
Greene County Clerk Shane Scholler is hopeful more people will participate in absentee voting for the November general election, either by mail or in person, to keep lines at polls shorter and to decrease the number of people at a polling location during the COVID-19 pandemic.
That way we make sure everyone gets to cast the ballot and no one, gets a sense of, I didn't really get a chance to cast my ballot because that line was too long, and that's something we're wanting to avoid as well.
I just think it's important to reinforce to the people of the state that our elections are safe. If the people lose faith in elections, they don't participate, and of course we lose the wisdom of all those people that don't participate.
Secretary of State Jay Ashcroft says in-person voting on Election Day is the safest way to vote in terms of protecting your ballot.
I would recommend that more people come in person. If you vote in person, you get a second chance if there's a potential problem with your ballot. Maybe you marked two people for the same position, or the machine reads both a yes and a no to the statewide issue. You get a chance to correct that. You can't do that if you mail in your ballot. You don't have to worry about whether or not the notary was correct or whether your signature matched.
But Scholler says even though there's concern around the nation about the U.S. Postal Service getting mail-in ballots in on time, the earlier you request your ballot and send it back once you received it, the better.
We've had a great relationship here in Springfield with the Postal Service. We have great confidence that if you request your ballot in time, that's why we're encouraging people to request your ballot now.
As soon as you get your ballot, take your time. Don't mean to rush you, but don't delay. Don't procrastinate.
We want for the voter what's the best option for that voter. Whether it's the absentee option, it's the mail-in voting option, it's the in-person absentee voting option, and then of course, Election Day, that's when we're going to see the bulk of our voters. We realize that. But if we can get more voters that can take advantage of those mail-in or absentee voting options, we think that's going to do a great service for voters on Election Day. Keep those lines at a very manageable distance.
Secretary Ashcroft did tell me he expects results on Election Day may be delayed because of the increased volume in mail-in ballots, because of the protocol the state has to count and check them.
All right, Madison, thank you.